What makes computer engineering unique?
I think computer engineering is a very good in terms of integrating software and hardware. So our students learn both aspects to make a system. So instead of just the software side, just algorithm theory side, or instead of just how to make the hardware, we actually integrate and create a system. I think that's the uniqueness.
It's the right mixture of computer science, math and engineering, electrical engineering and computer engineering courses. It's the dedication of faculty, dedication of students. All of this makes computer engineering department really special.
It's unique because of the combination of the hardware and the software. The fact that you know how to design hardware, like an electrical engineer, as well as design software, like a computer science major, and then you can go on and our graduates get jobs in both kind of fields. So some people specialize one more than the other.
Merging the hardware and the software together is really in our bag because they take a lot of computer science courses and they take at least 2 circuits and hopefully at least 1 electronics. We try to have them take a second electronics course with the EE majors. It's a difficult major, there's no doubt, because you're going into the majors of some of these wimpy service courses, okay, as you guys well know. But the graduates are very, very well respected out there because of their ability to cross this particular hardware-software gap.
Computer engineering is about design, analysis, evaluation and application of computers. The uniqueness comes from the factor that students have the capability to blend software system implementation with hardware system integration. So that's the uniqueness of computer engineering.
Well, I think that what makes unique computer engineering is that you have to manage different areas of expertise. You have to deal with software, you have to deal with hardware, and you have to deal with a combination of software and hardware. So that has a nice feature of preparing you very nicely for many jobs, in the sense that it prepares you to deal with different kind of problem sets and different kind of engineering problems that you may face in your future work.
Peanut butter is to jelly as computer engineering is to what?
I would say creation. I think that there are disciplines that are more like a discovery of like science, physics, chemistry. They're more of discovery of the nature. I think computer engineering is about creation of a system.
5 years of hard work, really hard work in the classroom, in the labs, but at the end a lot of satisfaction.
So that's kind of a rough analogy. So I'll just say that it's like computer engineering is to a computer system. In that you think of a peanut butter and jelly, I think of a sandwich, and so you wouldn't call it a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if it didn't have the peanut butter in it, and that's the structure of it and the thing that holds it together. So somewhere, somehow, somebody designed it that was a computer engineer, regardless of whether you pick it off the shelf or you actually did the design yourself.
The closest thing is perhaps electrical engineering. That's not a very good answer, but it deals with that functionality of providing the topping, the glue, the software. It's possible to take a piece of hardware and through software make it perform much, much different functions. For example, your iPods and iPhones, for example, and all these games, you know, that's the same piece of hardware in there, but it's the software that's providing significantly different functionality to those things.
Hands-on design activity.
Yeah, I believe that computer engineering goes very well matched with creativity. You need to constantly think outside the box to come up with new solutions and new answers to the problems that we see every day. That's why computer engineering has evolved so quickly and is still showing that kind of fast evolution. And I think the reason for that is creativity.
What opportunities exist upon graduation and who hires RIT grads?
I think this is very interesting. I think that before joining RIT, I have a lot of other experience with other universities, but I think our students have a lot of good opportunities being hired by IBM, Intel, Motorola, hardware software companies, system integration companies, startup companies, big companies. I think all kinds of companies that I've seen students getting good jobs. Well, in this economic downtime, maybe a little bit harder, but I think that overall, even financial district actually got a student. We know there's a student get very, very interesting salaries. I'm not going to disclose that, but very, very interesting salaries this past year, graduated this past year. So.
Computer engineers are very well prepared to work as both software and hardware developers. We are very unique in this. Who hires RIT grads? A lot of big and small companies, government. Some examples: Harris Corporation, but also JPL, Lockheed Martin, just to name a few.
Well, there are lots of job opportunities after graduating from here. I had a thesis student recently who's working in computer-generated graphics for movies in Hollywood. He did his research on scene generation. We had other graduates that go design computer processors at Intel and AMD. So there's just a really wide range of things, people working all over the place.
It's all over the place. Harris Corporation, Intel, defense contractors, Lockheed Martin, Fisher-Price Toy, Hewlett-Packard, AMD. Kodak's not doing much hiring anymore, but they have hired a number in the past. It's just hard to imagine. I mean, it's a wide variety.
Computer engineers have a wide range of opportunities both in software and hardware firms. For example, a few of my recent graduates have been hired by Intel, Microsoft, and Freescale, and also software firms like Google and defense contractors. Even a lot of our graduates go into these companies.
Really, in many industries, what happens is that as you find microprocessors, digital signal processors, computers, in every solution or product in the market, you need people that knows how to work with them. You need people that knows the limitations and how to work through those limitations. And that is where computers engineers come into the perfect situation, because they can really give the answers of limitations and solutions to that. So really, the companies that you see hiring RIT graduates are really practically every company that is out there, and from any kind of industry.